All right, so part two in the video series here, we discussed in the previous one on how tedious it is to constantly start and restart your server anytime you make changes. Well, thankfully there is something, because you can see over here in the slide that we make changes, we save the changes, we have to Control-C out of the terminal, and then we got to retype the node and then the app.js. Okay, so again, very tedious. Let's take a look at what we need to do. Yes, it is very time-consuming, and we're all about saving time. So it would be nice that if we were able to just make the changes, save the changes, and then the server just work. Okay, so that's where this comes into play, which is Nodemon, right? And Windows users are going to do this on npm install-g Nodemon, and then Mac users sudo npm install-g Nodemon. We're going to do that in terminal. Now, here's the catch, guys. We only need to do this part once on our machines. Okay, and then we'll show you what you need to do next every time you're going to create your own server. So this part only needs to be done once, and you can forget about it. Okay, so in your terminal, you can do the following. Again, I'm on a Mac, so I'm going to type in sudo npm install-g, which is a global flag, and then Nodemon. Okay, again, it's going to ask me for my password. Okay, and you're going to start seeing it install a bunch of stuff, and what the G means is that you're installing it globally, meaning that any application that you create inside Visual Studio or anything that you like here, you're going to be able to access Nodemon. Okay, all right, perfect. So on mine it is finished. Hopefully it is on yours as well. Going back to the slides, there are some additional instructions here. So we need to make sure, again, if you're watching the videos in series, you should already be in the correct terminal. And if you're not, you can always right-click these files here, wherever your package.json is. You right-click it, and then go click on the thing that says Open in Terminal. Okay, or inside of your terminal here, Mac users can do an ls for list. So list it. Windows users use dir. Okay. But anyways, what I'm looking for is making sure that I see the package.json file immediately. Okay. All right. So back to the slides. It says that we need to do the following. We need to type in, again, Mac users, do the sudo npm install -- save -dev and then Nodemon. Okay, and for Windows users, make sure you use the no sudo on there, but you can do the exact same thing. Okay, so let's take a look at that. Once we have it inputted in there, what you can do is you can, before you hit the enter, if you want to watch what's going on here, click on the package.json, and we should see some new things get added to our dependencies here. Okay, so you can see that we now have Nodemon and then the version number that we currently installed. Okay, so perfect. Everything looks good so far, and let's go ahead and take a look at what this does. So in order to run this, and again, I think that we may get an error. Because all you have to do is type in Nodemon, and it's supposed to run. But if you take a notice here, it says we're getting an error. Okay, and we'll take a look here, and I do believe if we go up to our version up here, on the package.json, and change that index to app, save it, we should. And we're going to get out of here and then do another Nodemon. Cool. So you can see that getting out of there, Control-C, updating the JSON file from an index to app.js, fixed our issue, and we see the app is listening on 3000. Okay, so to take a look at this, before we had to restart the server manually, again, I went to this, hit the save button, and look, we didn't have to restart anything. Okay, so that is the benefit of Nodemon. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and save that back, and you can see app is listening on 3000. All right, so that's Nodemon, and hopefully that made sense, and you got everything up and running with Nodemon. Okay.